notice she
So everybody can just
yeah.
take a rest wherever you are. Knees can be bent, feet can be wide if you want, or legs straight.
And then if you have to stretch your arm and get a flip.
And start to let your shoulders soften into the mat.
See ya.
And then whatever is touching your mat, little by little, exhale it out and let the muscles release a little bit more with each exhale so that your body can be held and your attention can start to give its way to your breathing. And then whatever feels right today, whether it's just really connecting with your breath physically by touching your abdomen and maybe the chest, or just the abdomen, you decide. Or maybe you want to be a little more open today, just arms falling out. And let's begin to just let things go, let it drip off like water off a duck's back, right? Imagining everything just floating away so that you can become a little more inward. Notice your forehead softening. Notice the eyes relaxing. Feel the skin and the sensations on the skin on your face.
Cool.
Even become aware of your inside of your mouth. Your teeth, your tongue. Everything softening. As your jaw relaxes, your teeth separate slightly. Just enjoying this moment. This is called Loosen the Grip. I grew up riding motorcycles. I'm still riding motorcycles, so I guess that means I'm still growing up. I learned that when riding motorcycles, if you have a tight grip on the handlebars, your wrists and arms get tired really fast. Really notice this when you race motorcycles, because you're riding hard and fast while trying to stay ahead of the next rider. Your mind and body tense up with the pressure of competition. And because of this, inexperienced motorcycle racers will tighten their grip on the handlebars and experience fatigue much more quickly than when they are just riding for fun. As soon as a rider consciously loosens the grip on the handlebars, he begins to ride smoother and with less effort. As a result, he actually goes faster. Our family rides anything with handlebars, so we are all familiar with loosening the grip. Whenever any of us start complaining or arguing, someone will say, "Loosen the grip." Whenever any of us worry about the past or stress about something in the future, someone will say, "Loosen the grip." Whenever any of us meddle in someone else's business or complain about a circumstance, someone will say, "Loosen the grip." This has become a valuable tool in our home. It helps us run our lives more smoothly and with less fatigue. When things are smooth and calm, you find yourself in vibrational harmony with who you really are. You are in a feel-good state where desires and goals can be manifested more quickly. Remember, when you loosen the grip, you ride smoother and go faster to your destination. Today, as we practice on our mats, maybe there'll be something, we'll be using our strap for sure, and it's easy to clench and tighten up, and just especially in balancing poses, we find that when we get a little bit too intense, right, it's harder. So it's that fine balance. And the next paragraph in this I won't read, but the author talks about also learning not to follow others when he races, just focusing on your own race. So I invite you to do that, just turning your pose into a pose that is that's right for you. So whether it's a full extension, a partial extension, or none, just enjoy that. Enjoy it. Loosen the grip, right? And then even today, maybe we can kind of keep that little mantra in our head as we move throughout the day with our families and so forth. So with a little smile, let's let the corners of the mouth curl up, envisioning how we can just enjoy that ride and make it smoother. Take that full breath in. If your legs are bent, feel free to extend them nice and long and reach the arms up over the head. You can interlace the hands if you want, fingers up to you, but just take a nice big body on. And then when you're ready to let go, exhale it out, bend the arms, let them come down by the side, bend the knees one more time, bring one knee in, then the other. Let's start with a nice hug. So a nice yummy hug, a little rock and roll if that feels good, or side to side. Just really enjoy just letting go and giving yourself that little massage. Whether it's up higher on the back by bending your knees a little more tightly, or lower. And then when you're ready again, we'll step the foot down, one and the other, and we'll make our way to our strap if it's not next to you. And this time we have, in our strap, we have the loop. So if you haven't had a moment to do that yet, take your time, make a little loop. It's going to be for your foot. And then when you're ready, just get nice and long again, up through the crown of your head, get nice and centered. And the left leg can be nice and strong. The left foot flexed, right? Toes coming back to the nose. Bring your right foot up. Put that loop around the pad right below the toes there. And again, if it doesn't feel right with that left leg long, you can certainly bend it, but we're going to try to do it with it straight if that works for you. And so keeping that nice and strong, feeling whatever part of the leg is touching the ground, nice in contact with that. And then we're just going to see if we can level the hips so a little more symmetry here. And then you can just do one hand, the right or the left, for now, just to kind of get that feeling of the left hand on the left hip grounded, kind of scooping that belly as you lengthen through the spine. Maybe a tiny bend in the knee if it's, if it's overextended. And then just reaching up through the sole of the right foot, through the heel, as the hips are grounded. And kind of loosening up a little in terms of your breath, right? And your focus can kind of ease into this. Even though you're really strong in your legs, there are other parts where you can just kind of balance that out. And then maybe start to walk both hands up the strap. And then slide those hands back. So like your arms are coming up over your head. They may not come all the way over the head, or you may have to bend your elbows. that's okay. So just kind of opening up wherever that is for you. Staying strong and also softening. Woo. So that right hip crease kind of reaches down toward the bottom of your, or the top of your mat, which is really the bottom at this moment. And then when you're ready, bend that knee. Ooh. Bring the knee in for a hug. Notice how you can still scoop that belly back toward the mat, right? Maybe roll the head left or right, whatever feels good here. And then when you're ready, removing the strap from the leg. Woo, I feel it. A little smile, maybe a little chuckle as we start to, and you can bend the knee of the other leg just to get the strap on. We'll put it on the left leg now, and when you're ready, straighten the right leg. Take your time. We have this time. And so same thing, when you're ready, see if you can get the back of those hips, because you want some stability there. And whatever's touching the mat, as you just feel that connection. Start to raise that left leg up. Wow, find the symmetry in the hips here. Reach up through the sole of the left foot as you ground the backs of the hips. And then taking your time, right? Just take your time with how you start to move into sliding both hands on that strap and eventually back up to the sky or over the head or somewhere in between. And just breathing, feeling the openness in your shoulders, so maybe that means bending the arms right now. So that right leg is strong, toes engaged, both legs. Let's just do another loving cycle of breathing. And then as you're ready, slowly, gently releasing and bending the knee. Ooh, bring the knee into the chest, scoop that belly. And then when it feels good to do so, just removing the strap. You can set it aside for later. And let that leg come down. Pretty cool. And then one more time, wiggling the toes, maybe the wrists and the fingers. And then when you're ready, we'll bend one knee, then the other. Bring one knee and then the other. Another hug here. And then just a little bit of those circles with the knees. So hands on the kneecaps. And then just start to bring the knees together and up toward the chest, then out to either side. And then rolling down like they're reaching toward your end of the mat. So just opening up, getting some blood flow a little differently. Go in both directions if you'd like. And then when you're done, any organic movements before together we start to move on away from our backs. So a nice hug, maybe a little roll, and then we'll either roll on up through seated onto all fours, or you can roll to the side and gently bring yourself up to tabletop. And then here we go. Let's start with our cat-cows. So before you start moving, just make sure we're aligned. Your fingers are spread, your knuckles and finger pads are nice and grounded here. And then as you inhale, reaching that heart up and through. And as you exhale, really reaching that pump back right up to the sky, dropping the tailbone, scooping the belly, dropping the chin. Grounding whatever's touching the mat. So the feet, sometimes I just let them flop there. So it's just really enjoying. Maybe even you tuck your toes today if you don't usually. Trying something new. Listening to your breathing. Maybe it can be even audible to you. And then the next time that you come through, let's come to that neutral tabletop. Drawing the navel toward your spine, and then instead of looking off the mat, we're looking forward, just between the hands, a little bit forward of that, so we have a nice long spine. And think about lifting those armpits and drawing them back, right? And we'll extend that right leg behind you. Draw the navel toward your spine again. And then either reaching through that heel of the right leg and staying right here. And then I always always have to help my right hip kind of turn back down so that my hip point faces the mat. And you can extend the left arm if you'd like, just this takes a lot more effort. So we'll make it good if you're gonna do it. Really support that lower back. Let's inhale this time and draw the elbow to the knee. Big inhale. Exhale, extend it. Draw the navel to the spine. One more time. Inhale. Elbow to the knee, opposite knee. Exhale, navel to the spine. And then exhale, step your hand and your knee down. A little wag. We'll go to side to the left side. So, extend that left leg back. Tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the left leg. Let's get our hips nice and level here first, grounded and stable. Before maybe we start to breathe and extend that right arm if you're going to do that. Drawing the belly right back toward your spine, supporting that lower back. Arm right into the shoulder socket, pushing down. And again, as we inhale, we're going to bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Squeeze that abdomen. Exhale, extend back out. Inhale, that little crunch again. Exhale, extend it out. Let's hold for a round of breath here. Give it your best form. And then when you're ready, step the hand down, step the knee down. Maybe do a little few yes, no's with your head. A little sway. Just reminding ourselves how it feels to have that midsection of ours engaged, right? Okay, here we go. We're going to tuck our toes, walk the hands forward a step, and then exhale your hips up, heels toward the mat. Position yourself in your first down dog here today. That might mean a lot of bending or pedaling, or maybe just stillness and breath, smoothing things out here, letting things smooth out, and eventually removing your knee pad. Notice that index finger and that thumb. Pushing down. Belly draws back. And then as you're ready, inhale up to your toes. And then start to walk your way, maybe with straight legs, maybe not, up to the top of your mat slowly. Breathe in. When you get there, exhale your way down, giving yourself into that forward fold, maybe hands to inner elbows, letting go. Knees can be bent as much as feels right for your lower back, your back rather. Let your chin go in toward your chest, let it go, come to your breathing again. Smoothing it out. And then as you exhale, hands come down. We're going to inhale our way up halfway. Hands can either come to the legs or come to the side. Engage them if they're out to the sides. Reach those shoulder blades down the back. Open up. Don't let the shoulders cave in. Exhale, fold it forward. Let it go. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, release. Feel that nice long spine. Ground the feet, engage your legs, the strength of your legs, and as you inhale, come up nice and slowly and lovingly, arms to the sky, shoulders into the shoulder socket, arms into the shoulder sockets, tailbone reaches down, you can even look up if it feels good. exhale, bring the palms together. Really give them a little energy there and right down to the heart center. Whew. One more time. Inhale, reaching out and up. Look up, get some energy going. And then exhale, hands right back through into heart center. Take a moment, bring your hands right to your hips again. Thumb to the back of your pelvis here. Check your feet out. Maybe rock and roll a little bit here. And just from the ground up, kind of just take that scan. Find your mountain pose. Maybe a slight bend in the knees, right? And then when you're ready, we're just going to move only the pelvis. So breathing and moving the pelvis. So trying to keep our legs and our chest, all this still. So tipping the pelvis so that the hip points, tipping it forward and backwards. So inhaling and exhaling. So you're just tipping the pelvis one way and then the other. One way, so you'll feel that lower back lengthen down as the tailbone reaches down, and then almost like a cat pose. So seeing again if you can keep the rest of your body pretty still. So it's a small movement, but it really makes a huge difference. And to be honest, I feel, I'm not sure if it's helping you, but it's helping me with my lower back pain. It's diminished. Yeah, and we notice the abs engage, right, when we do that. Really nice. Okay, and as you're ready, you can start to just come back to neutral. Draw your shoulder blades down on your back. And then if you want to use your strap, you can. You can just put it between your hands. We're going to do some halfway lifts and forward folds. So that might, or you can interlace your fingers. So one way or the other. Just drawing the shoulders up and around and down. And then inhaling, lifting the heart. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reaching the arms back, right? Exhale, fold it forward. The arms start to come up and over a little bit. And again, halfway lift, hands reach back. Like you're pulling the strap apart. Exhale, forward fold, arms come back up overhead. Breathing. One more halfway, let's just go for it, right? Open up the shoulders. And then one more exhale, arms over the head, reaching, feeling that nice energy in the back of the shoulders, through the arms. And then let the strap come down again and away from the body onto the ground. Ooh, head relaxes. And then step one foot and then the other foot back. Here we go. Plank pose. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. One more inhale. Reach the heels back, reach long. And then exhale, hips come high, downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. One more inhale. And as you exhale, this time coming down through plank and keep on lowering all the way down to the mat. Forehead to the mat. Tops of the feet, push down. Inhale, reaching the heart forward, shoulders down onto the spine. As you inhale, lifting. Exhale, lower. Two more times, breathing. Strong through the legs, opening through the heart. Strong through the back, you notice, right? So maybe a little less weight on the hands. Exhale it down. When you're ready, tuck your toes. Exhale, reach the elbows back. Let's make our way back to downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, reach the heels down. Inhale, up to the toes. Exhale, make your way slowly, lovingly, all the way up to the top of your mat. Exhale it out again as you forward fold. Let the head drop. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release it down. One more time, inhaling halfway. Exhale, release it down, hinging at your hip creases. You got it. Inhale all the way up, arms come out and up. Exhale, flip the palms, bring the arms around and keep on going all the way to the back body. And then bring your hands to the back of your hips. They can either fingers up or down or knuckles. And then just reaching down, so lengthening through that lower back and then drawing the elbows together. Heart reaches up, maybe a tiny back bend here. Getting tall. Exhale, release. One more forward fold, just letting it slowly, gently, lovingly come down. Plant the hands, step the left and the right leg back. Come into your plank. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. You got it. This time, inhale the hips up tall. Keep it going right up to the ceiling, and then exhale, reach the heels down. Inhale one more time. Exhale, glide through plank and lower yourself down all the way. Inhaling up to your cobra or up dog. Exhale down. Take one or two more, you decide. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, to just open up, warming up the body. Whenever you're ready, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Or you can come to child's pose. You decide. It's okay. It's your practice. Know what your body's asking for, right? We're going to take one more full cycle of breath. And then if you're not in downward dog, bring yourself up. Inhale fully. Exhale it out. Inhale up to your toes. Exhale, look forward. Walk all the way up to the front of your mat. And then exhale it out. This time all the way up. Inhaling, arms up to the sky. Exhale, flipping the palms, swan dive back down. Bend the knees, plant your hands. And then step just your left foot back. You can bring your kneeling mat over again if you'd like. Or kneeling pad if you have that. And then here we are. So if you feel like you can lengthen that stance, you can walk that right foot up a little bit more. Each leg in its own lane. And then inhaling, reach that heart forward, feeling the opening in the left front hip. And then as you exhale, start to bring your right and your left hand up to that right thigh. Inhaling tall, reaching up, shoulder blades down the back. You got it. And maybe even taller, like a little back bend here, right? And then exhale, hinging forward, folding forward, bringing your hands back to the mat. Using your blocks here to give your hands a little bit of something sturdy. And then start to walk your right foot forward to the side where you gotta do what's right for you, so the blocks don't work for me at that point, but they may for you. And once you get there, it's just like that nice opening here. The toes come back toward your chest. Your shoulder blades come down the back. Your heart reaches forward. And as you inhale, it's like you lengthen. As you exhale, maybe you kind of bend the elbows a little and draw your heart a little further forward as you hinge at that right hip crease. So the spine, we want to keep that long. So if that means we don't bend anymore, that's fine. One more loving breath here. Engage those toes, maybe a little point before you come down. And then start to walk that right foot back under the knee. So back into your lunge. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Tuck the left toes. Lift the left knee. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Inhale up to the toes. Exhale, come right down to the knees. Woo! And then we're going to bring the left foot forward. The right knee down. Yep, nothing crazy here. Walk the left foot a little further. So let's get a nice deep lunge here. Inhale, reach the heart through the gate of the arms. Draw those inner thighs toward one another, even though you're reaching the heart forward. One more beautiful breath. Start to walk. Bring your hands, walk your hands up to the thigh of your left leg. Lengthen the heart up. Maybe you even bring the hands to the back, the lower back again. And then as you're ready to exhale, hinge it forward. Bring the hands down to the blocks or to the mat. And then start to walk that left foot forward, heel-toeing that foot leg nice and long in its own lane. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, that left hip reaches back. Can you reach the heart forward? Can you find a little more length in the spine? That might mean coming up to the blocks a little bit with the hands. Right? Pushing down. Toes toward the nose. And then as you exhale, maybe a gentle pointing of the foot. Might feel really good to stretch that out. Top of the foot, walking it back right into its position, into your lunge. Inhale, one more time. And then exhale, tuck the right toes, lift the right leg, step the left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale it out. This time, inhale the right leg up. Exhale, kind of gliding into the plank, drawing that knee into the nose, and then stepping the right foot forward, coming right back down. Another lunge. Here we go. Inhale that heart forward. Exhale, step the left hand down, maybe over to the left a little bit more, and bring your right hand to your right hip. Start to open up. Draw the right hip back, still like you're drawing your inner thighs together. So opening your heart, a little twist. You can extend the right arm if you like, still lengthening. Can you find the length in the left and the right sides of the body too? Can you draw the shoulder blades strong and down the back? Exhale, bring your hand back down. And then one more time. We're going to inhale the heart forward. Exhale, plant the left hand. Bring the right hand to the right hip. Extend the right arm like you're hitchhiking now, right behind you, nice and long. Woo. Look over at your thumb. And then exhale, bring the hand down. Woo. And we're just going to switch legs. No, we're not. We can't because we have to do the leg lift. Never mind. Tuck your toes. Hips come up. Downward facing dog. I don't want to make you uneven. Inhale fully. Exhale, release it. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, come up to the right toes. Bring your left knee in and up like your rounded back. Step the left foot forward. Yep, we got to practice that. Might take a few steps. And then coming back right here again to a nice low lunge. Inhaling fully. Let it go. Plant the right hand over to the right edge of your mat. Take your left hand, start to draw it to your left hip, opening the heart to the left. So still strong through those legs, like your inner thighs are drawing together toward one another. You lengthen through the sides of your body. And then inhale that left arm up. One big tall arm if that works for your body now. If not, hands on hips like you're drawing that shoulder open. Exhale, step the left hand down. Spin the hips around. One more nice lengthening forward here. Drawing the navel toward the spine. Shoulder blades down the back. And then hugging the inner thighs in. Step the right hand down. Slide the left hand to the left hip. And as you're ready, starting to extend the left arm behind you like a hip thumb up here. Like thumbs up, looking like you got it. Inhale, lengthen from the hips, step through the sides of the body forward, right? And then exhale, slowly, gently coming around. Ooh, tuck the right toes, lift the right leg, and this time we're going to step the right leg forward. Yes, we are. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Step your right and your left foot back. Coming back, you can step over your pad. Coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Hips reach up to the sky. Exhale, ground the inner hands, ground the belly toward the spine. Inhale, the right leg rises. Exhale, we're doing that step forward again, so stepping the right forward. You can stay high if you'd like. Inhaling fully, or you can lower it. Exhaling fully. Bend the back knee if you're up high, okay? And just till your pelvis feels neutral here, so perpendicular to the mat. And then if you feel uncomfortable, you can extend that left leg long, but maybe not. That may not happen. That's okay. Good. I love it. I love the variations. Exhale, fold forward. So hinging forward. Hands can come to the blocks or to the mat. And then step the left foot up just a big step. Toes can turn out slightly. And start to straighten your right leg. So you want your left foot down and your right leg straight, so both bottoms of the feet are flat. So yep, we're now in a pyramid. So again, blocks can come nice and tall. So the right hip draws back, heart like a halfway lift almost, right? Like a tabletop. Shoulder blades come down your spine. Slight bend maybe in that right knee, just a slight one. Big toe pushes down. Inhale, it's like, this little cloudy opening. Exhale, a little hinging, folding. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, little folding. Still put your weight on your back foot. I notice I'm putting it on the front. That's not really healthy for my leg. Inhale. And exhale one more time. You got it. This time, bring your right hand. You can keep it right on the block, or you can start to bring it to the leg. But I might just keep it at the block for now. Inhale, start to take that left hand, and just like when we were kneeling, bring it to the left hip and start to open to the left side. Woo. Push down on the right big toe. So we're opening up like a little opening twist. Yep, so right hand pushes down on the right block, or it could be to your leg if you want to come a little higher. And then if it works for you, you can extend that left arm up to the sky. So you have one big arm. Yeah. So think about the bottom, the right side of your body's lengthening forward, and your left side, your chest is opening up to the sun. Oh, beautiful. Right. Exhale around and down. Ooh, we did a lot there. We're gonna bend the right knee, step the feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale the left leg up behind you. Exhale, bringing the left foot forward, stepping it down. You can use your blocks. The right knee can stay strong, can stay up that leg, or you can bring it down. If you're kind of making your way up to your crescent lunge or your version of that, arms can be in the air, they can be on your hips, they can be behind your back maybe. Inhaling fully. You got it. Exhaling fully. Begin to hinge forward. Whew. Left knee still bent. Bring your hands to the blocks or the floor, and then step your right foot up. Turn it out 45 degrees. It might need 2 steps there. So we're in like a pyramid. So here we are. The back kind of just halfway folds, right? The left big toe pushes down, the mound of that big toe. Feel the left hip draw back, get a little more space here, right? Breathe. Maybe we can find that softness. And then loosen the grip a little, right? And then exhale, begin to fold a little deeper. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, folding a little deeper. One more time. Exhale, fold a little more deeper. And then we're going to plant the hands, so bend the knee. Spin both feet around and back, come to downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling, maybe even a little gentle twist here by bending one knee and then the other. And then as you're ready, inhaling up to both toes. Exhale, look forward, hop or walk your way up to the front of the mat and let it go. Forward fold. Chin to chest, just let your head drop, let your shoulders drop for just another moment. Inhale, halfway, walk your hands up. Exhale, release. Inhale, strong through your legs. Ground those feet all the way up, arms up to the sky. Exhale, palms together and right down to heart center. Take a moment, feel your strong mountain pose. We did a lot. Shoulder blades down the spine, open up through the collars, bones here. Yeah. And then exhale, bring your hands down to your side, and we're going to come back to our strap. So if anything's on the mat that might be in the way so we don't trip, we're going to move it. I don't think we'll need that knee pad again, and we're going to take our strap. And if you have, not that you have a bar, but if you have a chair or the back of a couch or a wall, maybe bring your mat over there. I think you should, because we can enjoy it more. Yay, okay. A little more enjoyable to just smooth it out a little, right? Loosen our grip by having that support. So here we are. We're going to take, I'm going to angle myself. We're going to take the strap and we're going to hold on to the wall or bar with the right hand. The right hand. Sorry. And then bend the left knee, put the strap on the left pad of the foot, right where the pad under the toes are. You got it. And then just loosen the grip for a minute. Find your nice mountain pose. Breathe. All right. And then we're just going to go easy. So I'm going to why don't we just wrap our hands around the strap, like in the strap a little bit, so you can get a grip. And then notice where your weight is. You can even rock forward and backward. Like, are you way up on your toes, toward the toes? You know, so we want like the hips and the heels more aligned. And then when you're ready, inhale nice and tall through the crown of your head. Feel the tailbone reach down, the hip points reaching up toward the lower ribs. Smile. Here we go. And begin to shift your weight to your right leg. Still tall and strong through the right leg. And then begin to just bring the left knee up. Now my hip wants to go way up and I want to get cockeyed. So can you balance the hips somewhat? If your knee's really high, it's going to be off a bit. But if it's kind of in line, you could find that. So feeling that, maybe a slight bend in the right knee if that helps you. And with the exhale, just kind of keeping the knee bent. Bring the left knee to the right and just back, like knee still bent. And you can even start to lean over. And almost like you were doing goalpost arms. Feel that in your shoulders. Inhale up through center. And then knee comes up. One more time, exhale. Left knee meets right, knee stays bent. Starting to come over to like a different type of warrior 3. And then exhaling back through center. Step the foot down for just a minute, give that right leg a break. And then we're gonna go for a little bit of a change here. So back to finding our balance, our center. Scanning up from the feet all the way to the crown of the head. Little smile. Think about softening our grip here. And then as you're ready, start to balance out your weight on that right leg. Starting to lift the left knee. Think about the hips kind of leveling out here. And then as you're ready, energizing those left toes. Opening the hips, so over to the left, and you can use your strap here to help you. Inhaling, closing. Exhaling, opening the hip. One more time, knee comes forward, and then holding, using the strength of like drawing your navel to your spine, kind of hugging in like your inner thighs. Start to extend that left leg, so reaching through the pad of the foot, reaching through the heel. It may not be high, that's totally cool, mine isn't. Who cares? There's a lot of strength and balance here though, right? Can you soften your grip? You can stay right here, you can start to extend that left leg open to the side like you did when your knee was bent. Inhale nice and tall. Maybe let go, maybe not. You can look over the right shoulder. Exhale, bring that left leg forward. Hug it in, and maybe loosen your grip. Exhale, bend the left knee, step it down, really nice. too. Boop, boop, ba-doo. Why does time go too fast? It's okay. We got this. All right, so right foot. You can turn yourself around on your mat if you want. Or yeah, you're gonna have to. If you may have to, I have to. Okay, so here we go. Same thing. We got the idea now, so we can just sort of get in a little rhythm, not speedy, but just rhythmic. Loosening the grip, but holding on if need be. Balancing on the left leg, drawing that right hip crease down. Knee up. And as you exhale, right knee meets left. Keep it going, almost like a silly skater or something, right? Again, inhaling, letting that right leg come and past the knee, and then up to center. Notice how your navel sort of draws into your spine, right? And then exhale again. Right knee coming down slowly, past the left knee. Keep it coming back, toes are energized, heart lifts up, almost like goalpost arms, think that. And exhale it down and through. Let's keep going, let's bring that right knee up. If you need to step down, go ahead, and then eventually we'll bring it up. And then open the knee to the right, opening our hip to the right. And then over to the closing, breathing, breathing, breathing. Let's do it one more time, opening to the right. And then close it forward. You can step it down if you're getting tired. Coming to the last moment here. Finding the balance. Smile, who cares? Just let it be a little bit more playful here. Still doing the same stuff, just with a smile. Inhaling the right knee up when you're ready. And then wherever that hip is, wherever that knee is where your leg's gonna go. So you can tighten the grip a little. Extend that right leg. Start to draw the right hip crease down. Hug it in like those inner thighs, draw toward one another. Up to the crown of the head, and when you're ready, maybe you open that right leg to the right. And the left arm, if it feels good, can come out, or you can just look over the left shoulder. Breathing tall. And as you're ready, exhale, closing that leg. Whew. Still strong, reach through the heel, reach through the pad of their foot. And then hugging those inner thighs in, hugging everything in. Maybe you loosen your grip and hold that. Really nice. Exhale, bending the knees, stepping it out. Really nice, ladies. Woo. Removing the strap. Woo. You got it. Turning to wherever it's comfortable to be back on your mat so that you have some room. And then coming up to the top as you're ready. Inhaling fully. Look up. Exhale, flip the palms right as you reach out and then down. Step the left foot back and lower the left knee. Inhale up. And then when you're ready, you can step that left hand down again. Bring the right hand to the right hip. And then here's where your decision is. You can either hitchhike that right arm behind you, bend the left knee, and it stays here. You'll feel that nice stretch on the front of your leg. Or perhaps you catch it or use your strap. Just a nice opening of the heart, a nice opening of that leg. Can you loosen a little bit of the tenseness wherever you landed? And then soften it down and around. Ooh, switch legs. Stepping that left foot forward, knowing that maybe you want to use your strap now. All right, nice big lunge here, helps. And then step that right hand to the right, open the heart to the left. Hitchhike it, right finger here. Looking back at that thumb and starting to bend that right knee. Again, you might catch, or you might have caught it before, you might have to come out, catch it, or you might not catch it at all. But even just bending and drawing that heel back toward your hips, you'll feel it. When you're ready, slowly, gently unwinding, calming down. Bring your left foot down, knee to meet the right. Whew. Slowly making your way to the front of the body. Whew. lowering down. Feels good. Forehead to mat. Let's extend the arms down to the sides. Palms can be up. They'll eventually turn toward your body. And just feel yourself lengthen right through the tips of your toes. Feel your shoulders as they are falling on the mat. Can you lift them? Draw the shoulder blades down your back, your spine. And as you inhale, lifting the feet, lengthening, lifting the arms, turning the palms toward the body. Shoulders are nice and broad through the collarbones. Lengthen the tailbone down. Breathe. What parts can you just soften or release the grip on? One more. Reach through your fingertips. Lifting the legs, and then exhale. Slowly bring your hands up, maybe to gold pose. Rest the right or left cheek. And once again, lifting the head, and then exhale, turn to the other cheek. And then breathing your way, hands slide back underneath your shoulder blades, tucking your toes. Exhale the belly to the spine as you reach your elbows back. Lift yourself back up through like your modified plank onto the knees. Come to the knees. Bring your block. And then start to roll onto one hip. Extend those legs forward. Inhale fully. Exhale, lower down. Can we take our time lowering down and just feel that strength there? It's in there. Letting yourself just gently come down to the mat. We've got this. Doesn't always feel like it's there, but it does. It's working for us. Holding us upright. And then when you're ready, stepping your feet back to toward your hips. Ground the soles. Maybe even spread the toes, wiggle them, and just enjoy this. And then as you're ready, I kind of like walk my shoulder blades together a little bit, lifting the hips enough to put the block right beneath your sacrum. Whew. And then we're not going to take a hangout one yet. So walking your shoulder blades toward one another, bending the elbows like little soldier arms. So pushing down on the tops of the backs of the shoulders, the upper arms, and then hugging those inner thighs toward one another, pushing down on the soles of the feet. If you'd like to lift your hips, you can certainly do that. And just give yourself a little space between the chin and the chest. Still feel that hugging of the inner thighs. Tailbone reaching toward your heels. Few more. This is where they're smoothing out, right? Smoothing out your breathing. And then when you are ready, take it slow. Take your time, like slow motion. Letting the hips begin to lower down. And then really rest this time. Letting your weight fall onto the block. Any adjustments that you need to make. And then just letting those hips recalibrate. Coming back to noticing your breath. Inhale up to your toes, walk your feet back a little bit. Bring one knee up, your foot up, and then the other. You can stay right here, or certainly feel free to extend the legs up to the sky. We worked hard with our legs. Letting the blood flow in the opposite direction. And then any last movements here that feel just like freeing for you before you step one leg down and then the other. Eventually raising up
those hips just enough so that we can remove the block and slowly and lovingly lower the spine back to the mat. Maybe maybe a no with the head here. Just like a wonderful back and forth. Start to notice how your shoulders can let go, your arms can come out, palms up. And then coming into your Shavasana, so that may mean extending the left leg long out to the left, eventually sliding that right leg down to the right. You can always lift the head, chin to chest, and gently cradle it back if that feels best for you. And any Shavasana that feels right for you, whether it's supported with props or not. And then loosening the grip, just enjoying that little loosening, right? How wonderful to be reminded, to remind ourselves to let go. Notice the skin on your face softening. Feel the energy. The throat softens. The shoulders. The arms. The torso relaxes, the hips, pelvis, the legs, the feet and toes. Shavasana. Take a nice, loving, filling inhale. Fill up the body all the way up to the collarbones. Hold it for a moment. Feel the expansion. Feel the spaciousness. Exhale it out slowly and deeply and fully all the way down to the belly button. Draws to the spine. And maybe again, one more time. Belly button to spine. Allow the corners of the mouth to curl up as you bring some movement to your toes and fingers. And then gently bending one leg and then the other, eventually drawing one knee and then the other knee into your chest for a hug. Whether you lift the head, neck, and shoulders or not, give yourself a loving squeeze. And finally, exhale your way over to the right or to the side that's available. Give yourself that moment for the full inhale and to notice your full exhale. And then using the hands, let's lead with the heart as we come upward. Slowly and gently, smoothly. And together we can inhale. Reach out, reach up, look up, energize. And then exhale, bring the palms together. Feel that energy between your right and left side as you bow your head to your heart. The light and love that is in me honors your light and your love and the miracle that is you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks,
Thank
ladies.
you.